Hello there and welcome to bnettv.com. I'm Michelle Sklar. We're here at THQ Wireless 2008. I'm joined by Scott Zerby of THQ Wireless. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
Absolutely. Is this your first time at CTIA with THQ?
No, this is the third time for CTIA.
Third
it's wonderful.
Always a charm, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. We love it.
Awesome. Well, why don't we start with the basics and give us a brief overview of your company?
Okay, well, THQ Wireless is a division of THQ, which is a huge video game company, probably the third largest video game producer. Just hit $1 billion last year, so we're really strong. We've got some incredible licenses like WWE, UFC, Pixar. We're doing the Wall-E film that's coming out.
Cool.
Lucas, all kinds of good stuff. So it's a really exciting time to have the wireless division in conjunction with the big console games and all the big licenses that we have.
So tell us a little bit more about the wireless division.
The wireless division is again, was started in 2001 by THQ to enter in the wireless business, really at the cusp of the technology as we started getting the color screens and the great sound and some faster chips. And we've kind of taken all the great properties that we have from the console game world, plus a couple more, and put them into the wireless space. And I think the most exciting thing for me is how to take that to the next step, which is how we can build connectivity between the applications, both in the mobile space as well as the console and online business. So
absolutely. Now, when you're looking at the wireless games, if you will, are you looking at just repurposing, if you will, what you're doing with the console games for a mobile device, or are you taking advantage of the handset engagement, if you will?
That's exactly it. My mantra, one of the things I do is produce games for a couple divisions, and we do games on all platforms, from Xbox to PC to DS or whatever. And my mantra is always have to build the game to the strengths of the platform. So what does mobile have in it that makes it really good? And one is that it's always with you. So what does that mean? Casual games play very well. They have to be easy to learn, quick to play, fun, colorful, all that play on a little 2-inch screen and catch your attention.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very excited in some of the new technology we're seeing, like from the Apple iPhone, because you have the accelerometer, you have a gorgeous screen, you have the GPS coordinates, a lot of neat things that we can play with. The touch screen is amazing in terms of like being able to pick up a game piece and slide it across the board. I mean, this is a great time in the industry to be in the games.
And so have you been working with any games that sort of work more in a community fashion, if you will, where multiple users can play with multiple handsets?
We have a couple. One of the games we have is Puzzle Quest, which is like a Bejeweled, so it's very easy, bright, and easy to play, we talked about, but it has an RPG element on top of it, and it's multiplayer. So as you match the pieces, you earn magic spells and potions and so on that you can send across to the other player and then attack their board and play with each other. And
cool.
Yeah, it's a really neat game.
And do you have any favorite games yourself?
Well, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so, and we have the Star Wars license.
Really?
Yeah, I have to admit, I actually own a Stormtrooper costume and scare people once in a while by wearing it.
And we just caught that on camera, and I'm just giving you a hard time.
Actually, I was a little bit feared because I am an executive in the industry. I'm like, what am I going to do? As soon as you put the trooper, you're anonymous. Nobody knows who you are. So I can get away with it. So
well, I think it's important to be passionate about what you're doing, and I think, you know,
absolutely.
For sure you want to make sure that you run your business to the best of your ability. But if you're a gamer and a savvy business person, then you probably have.
And it also shows you can share that enthusiasm with your, staff and with the rest of the group. So
absolutely.
Star Wars games are my favorite. We have a game that we're coming out with on the N-Gage platform called Star Wars Force Unleashed, which is just amazing. It uses a touch screen sort of interface, but on the keyboard, where you connect the keys together to match the symbols on it, and then use the Force powers. So you can launch a soldier against the wall, or you can pull your lightsaber towards you. All those kind of things. It's just really, really neat. We've done it with the amount of memory on the N-Gage, and just a spectacular way people see it, and they don't believe it's a mobile game.
You know, actually, it's interesting that you should bring up some of the question of memory. Are you finding that what is out there for you to deliver the best possible games with, in terms of the technologies that you need to take advantage of, are where there need to be for you to deliver the best possible games?
Right. So yes, we are in some cases. It's a little frustrating because the carriers want a phone to fit all affordability ranges. So the free phones have very little memory on it, of course. But the people want still a very good gameplay experience on that device. So we do have to, kind of fit the game within those constraints, and it does limit, honestly, some of our design characteristics.
Right.
But we do have the Brew platform, which obviously is we can go a little bit further on, and now with the N-Gage, the iPhone, and some of the smartphones like the Windows smartphone and BlackBerry, we can get a little bit more creative, as it were, and make it a better gaming experience.
And how are you marketing your games? We'll go to your website and buy the games? Or?
We're tying our games and marketing with our big console games. So when Wall-E comes out from Pixar, we have that tagged on all our console titles on the splash screens where we can put it. We're using text messaging campaigns, but we're really laying on the strength of these bigger games and all the marketing that's behind them. So
have you always been a gamer?
Ever since, the computers were around.
Are you blown away at what's happening today, the evolution, if you will, and the potential and the opportunities versus
Absolutely.
when you were playing Nintendo?
I'm going to date myself a little bit. When I started playing games, they were just online through a teletypewriter, right? There was no artificial intelligence, so you played against other players in a text interface. You know, so I've always been a gamer, and so what I really enjoy playing against other human players. And so now we're starting to see the multiplayer and the connectivity and on these devices, so you can play again with those people. You know, that's what really makes me excited.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Very fun. And you guys have some new announcements at the show?
Yep, we have just created a new office, which I call Telecom Valley down in San Diego. We've got the brightest of the brightest down there. We've got a woman who came from Helio, setting up all their applications and building their business end of it. We've got a gentleman from a 3D company who's done a lot of work, you know, cutting edge on the 3D devices. And then we just hired on a convergence expert, you know, who came from Qualcomm and Blizzard. So I've got a superstar team down in the hotbed of the world for mobile, you know, technology and applications.
If I was a gamer, I'd want your job.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Scott, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. We've been here with Scott Zerby of THQ Wireless. We're here at CTIA Wireless 2008. I'm Michelle Sklar with BNetTV.com.